Hey folks, what's up? It's Hope. We are talking about a singular book today, and that book is Scarborough by Hernandez. I read it last week, but it's been on my radar for quite a while. I finally got my hands on it. A library, I think the Seattle Public Library had it, and I got it through Libby, and it's just a book that needs to be talked about. So here's the deal. Scarborough is written by a Canadian author, Hernandez, and this book was up for a couple of awards, but I heard about it when it was part of the 2022 Canada Reads Awards. I don't think it won. And in looking into it, it turns out this book, Scarborough, has been turned into a movie, I believe. Hernandez, she has a way with words, and this was my first experience with her writing. I imagine she's got 2 other books out now. I haven't been able to get a hold of one of them in the library, but her second book, Crosshairs, I think is Crossfire or Crosshairs, is available through both the libraries that I have access to. So I will be picking it up. But Scarborough is about a community in the city of Scarborough in Ontario in Canada, and it follows several different characters just as they go through their day-to-day lives, but it talks about some really important subjects. So race, gender, poverty, abuse, all these really heavy-hitting topics. And the thing is, this book is so small. I think it's less than 200 pages. It took me no time at all to read. But the way she wrote and the way she was able to just eke out and evoke so much emotion in such a small space was fantastic. Some of the best small form writing I've ever come across. I can't believe how good it was. And there are such heavy topics, but the relationships that she focuses on, there's also a lot of love. So there's several characters. One is Bernard, and you follow him and his relationship with his mother. And this relationship is just so lovingly written, and it makes you feel so good, even though the things beyond just the 2 of them, there's some pretty horrific things happening. Bernard's getting bullied. His mother has taken them out of an abusive relationship with her husband. They're living in pretty extreme poverty, but they're able to come together as a unit and find really great things happening in their world. You also follow a woman who is running a before and after school program. And the thing that's really unique about this is a lot of her story is actually done through email with her boss. And she is working and heading a government subsidized program. And you know where it's going from the second it starts, because as we all know, government subsidies and their programs come and go on the whim of whomever is in power at the time. And it's so fascinating to see this develop as the book progresses and as more and more kids become dependent on this program, and how the program is viewed through a very sterilized lens when it comes to the government employees or the government that is, giving money to this program. It's fascinating. But I just really wanted to take 2 minutes out of your day to say, if you have access to this book, you need to go and get it, because it is such a special book and it is a quick read. It's spectacular. It's been harder for me to get a hold of it down in the States. I imagine it's probably easier to get in Canada. If you can request it from your library, do that. If you can put in a request for a suggested buy, do it. But yeah, it's a book that everybody needs to pick up. And that's all I have to say. Really quick, really sweet. I hope you're having great days.